Hello, good afternoon. So, my name is Ahmed Ejaz and I am a loser. And I'll rephrase that. So, I am Ahmed Ejaz and I am somebody who is very proud to have losses in my career. Because those losses have led me through leaving a small town in the West Midlands to university, to actually failing a couple of years in that university, trying to become an optometrist or an optician as you'd know it, to then going on and examining thousands of patients' eyes for the last 10 years, and then going on to becoming an entrepreneur, an eyewear entrepreneur in that same industry. And what I'd say to students here at the university, and also to those who are starting out in their journey, is that losses can sometimes be seen as a very negative thing. And I feel especially so in the United Kingdom. I think America, you are praised for your failures and you go on to learn from them and become entrepreneurial. But I think we've got it a little bit wrong in the United Kingdom. So I would urge anybody who's failed an exam or failed an assignment to take from it and be proud. But in order to make sure a loss isn't just a loss, there needs to be something underpinning it. So it has to be your mission. What drives you? As Simon Sinek said in a very famous talk here, what is your why? What makes you go forward? And if you get that right, then any loss will not feel like a loss to you. It will feel positive and you'll be able to learn from it and move forward very well. So in my case, my mission was quite broad. I grew out of a small town called Dudley, and I wanted to make an impact in my community and my society. So it was a broad mission. And I want you to think about, just now over the next few seconds, what's your mission? What do you want to do when you graduate university here? Or what do you want to do as you set out in your career over the next 5 to 10 years? This should come to you right away. If it doesn't, don't worry, it will eventually come to you. And that will underpin you moving forward. So when you've got your mission in mind and you know what you want to do, then you need to have a vehicle for your change, right? So there's just a few examples on the screen there of what vehicles for change look like. So you could be wanting to go into climate change and you'd use protest as a vehicle, for example. We had a speaker here earlier today who founded a charity because he wanted to help children. So he, in the morning when he spoke, told us about how he went into Nepal and got children out of prison, and then eventually India and got children out of being trafficked in a circus. So you have to decide on what that vehicle for change is going to be. And in my case, I did the silliest thing, and I used politics as my vehicle. So I went into politics. And I thought, well, I'm going to go into politics and I'm going to try to get to a point where I'm going to run for Parliament. So I joined a political party. And I won't say which party here because they are extremely unpopular right now, so I don't want to get booed off of the stage here. But I was really passionate. I thought, you know what, I'm going to use this as a vehicle to enact a change, and it became my life over those few years. I had gone and I had delivered leaflets for this party underground. I had campaigned, I had knocked on doors, I'd gone through an 8-hour interview, and then finally I was actually selected to run for Parliament in 2019. And I thought, this is fantastic, I'm going to get to do what I want, my mission. I'm finally going to be able to enact change and help a community. It's what I wanted to do. So I carried on working very, very hard. The election came in 2019, and momentum was on our side. So we saw in the polls that our campaign was going very well, and it was a very realistic idea that I would soon become an MP and be able to run for Parliament. Get into Parliament. The Prime Minister came and visited. I had other MPs visit, and it was a very sort of joyous time when you're so close, almost finishing your degree, and you're thinking, I'm about to finish my dissertation here, I'm about to do this, and you move into what you want to do. So I remember on the night at 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm there, and everything is going really well, and we are counting the votes, and it goes to 3 o'clock at night, and I can see sort of the House of Commons and this dream I had for many years now. And the vote and the result comes out, and I end up losing. So you can see there that my opponent, he got 15,000 votes, and I ended up getting 14,000 votes. And although I'm shaking his hand graciously there inside, I'm really upset and not too happy. But the thing that drives me, it wasn't to become a politician, right? Nobody should go into politics and think, I want to become a politician. What's your mission? We come back to that mission that drives you. So what was it that was underlying there? It was to enact change. It was to help a community. So I was very upset the next morning here when I woke up and I got condolence messages. And I heard from some people who were very active with me through the campaign when I was about to win. I never heard from again. So it's a difficult situation to lose. And in all honesty, it's brutal. It's politics. You are sort of everybody's best friend, and then when you're not there, you never hear from them again. But then I came back to the realization after a few weeks. It takes a little bit of time to get over the loss. Well, it wasn't really politics I was interested in. It was affecting the community and enacting change. So what was I doing for 10 years of my life? I was an optician. And I thought, well, what I can do is I can actually create affordable eye care for my community. So I decided, well, I'm going to found a company that is able to create affordable eye care. And then I thought, well, we'll offer glasses, yes, at not extortionate prices, but away from the commercial side of things, we could actually do something more. So we decided to partner with a charity and give back a part of our profits to eye research. From day one, that was the mission of the company. We would give back to help end preventable eye disease, so I could help my community in this way. And then I decided, well, I want to model these glasses off a beautiful city that I'd spent some time in, and I founded this company, and I called it the Cambridge Spectacle Company, and we launched. And within just a year of launching, because we had embraced losses, or I personally embraced losses to go and build something, I launched this company, and within just, I think about a year's time, we ended up having a national deal with a huge supermarket chain called Asda Opticians, and we were all of a sudden in 157 of their stores. And I truly believe that the reason we were able to get that commercial success is because it was underpinned by a bigger mission to help the community and help give back and help end preventable eye disease. So we partnered with St. Paul's Research Foundation. And through the deal that we had and the commercial success we had with the supermarket, we were able to give thousands of pounds back to charity. And we were looking into ending preventable blindness, but not just helping to end blindness, but what are the impacts of somebody who actually is diagnosed with sight impairment, depression, anxiety, in some cases suicide. This is what we put money into, and we partnered with St. Paul's Research Foundation to look into. So we believe we have had a huge impact in that area in terms of the effects of blindness, not just blindness itself. And then I eventually did go around full circle and end up back at Downing Street because of the work that we were doing with the company and the charity that we had partnered with. So it doesn't matter in your life or as you set out in your journey what vehicle you're going to take. Because if you go back to those vehicles, there are so many. And I thought I was going to go through it in politics, but ended up going through it in entrepreneurship and in business. So as you set out on your journey now, I would say that do not focus on what you're about to go into and do, but focus on your mission, your underlying why, similar to what, again, Simon had said in his famous TED talk, because that will drive you. The road will not be a straight path, and it will not be a car that you go in. You can jump off and you'll get on a train, you'll go on a plane, you'll go as fast as you can, but you'll keep getting out and moving when that car breaks down. So I really wanted to get that message across, because I remember when I first had that loss and something I was so passionate about in my career. It was a downer, but it was underpinned by a mission, so we were able to move forward and do what we wanted to do. So I look forward to seeing journeys out of this university, and I look forward to seeing how your path is going to develop. But I would just urge you, remember, just keep your mission close to your heart, because that is going to be the absolute most important things that drives you forward, and that will stop you from seeing those losses as losses, and we will have a better mindset to see those losses as just part of your journey and strengthening you. Because I can guarantee you the ones who have gone through smoothly, even at university or through their careers, they will not do as well as you when you have had losses and you have come through those losses. Thank you.